What is a fault? A fault is a fracture or zone of fractures between two blocks of rock. Faults allow the blocks to move relative to each other. This movement may occur rapidly, in the form of an earthquake, or may occur slowly, in the form of a creep. Faults may range in length from a few millimeters to thousands of kilometers. Why do we study faults? We need to know where faults are and how they behave, because we only know a fault exists if it has produced an earthquake or it has left a recognizable mark on the Earth's surface. There are four types of faults: the normal faults, reverse faults, strike slip faults, and oblique faults. Normal faults. A normal fault is no more typical or better than any other kind of fault, but it is responsible for certain mountain ranges and other interesting geological features in the Earth's crust. A fault, which is a rupture in the Earth's crust, is described as a normal fault when one side of the fault moves downward with respect to the other side. Reverse faults. A reverse fault is a result from horizontal compressional forces caused by a shortening or contraction of Earth's crust. The hanging wall moves upward and over the footwall. Along a reverse fault, one rocky block is pushed up relative to rock on the other side. Strike slip faults. A strike slip fault has walls that move sideways, not up or down. That is, the slip occurs along the strike, not up or down the dip. In these faults, the fault plane is usually vertical, so there is no hanging wall or footwall. The forces creating these faults are lateral or horizontal, carrying the sides past each other. Oblique faults. An oblique fault is caused by a combination of shearing and tension or compressional forces. A fault in which the displacement of the strike slip and dip slip components have very similar magnitudes. It's a fault that runs obliquely to, rather than parallel to or perpendicular to, the strike of the affected rocks.